Uh-huh.
And today we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, you guys, season 9, episode 13. You guys know last time that the episode that came on was basically it was quite a bit of things that went on, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about Destiny and the Sunny and I guess the Trish and Melody fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
With I did see
Oh, Mel's
when
bachelor party.
I could see why Melody left early. But with Destiny, was it with Sunny and Letitia? Destiny and no, it was Sunny and Tisha. They were talking. I did see Sunny get in between them and walk between them, and she was looking at Tisha, and when she was talking to her, and then it became a whole thing as if like, oh, Sunny, because that Sunny was like, oh, Destiny doesn't want her friends talking to me. So then it became this whole thing, and then Sunny was also
Yeah.
talking very loudly about how
Sunny
I'm not
seemed
gonna
like,
she was like kind of there for it seemed like she was there a little bit for a
yes,
fight because after that it was
yes.
like then she was like, oh well, I ain't gonna be talking about my husband and this he chose me. Like, I'm so tired of this narrative. Like, girl, you did wrong. Destiny, I am hoping that she has moved on, but it is painful when your ex, and this is not something that she just knew for 6 months, like this is something that she had known for like 7 or 10 years, and then he ends up dating her
Mm-hmm.
producer. So it is a little bit shady. But them also coming on the show and then being in Huntsville, it is really, really petty, I feel. But
Yeah.
that's why I think about it. But
I
I
think it
do
is. I think
want
that,
Destiny to
I
find
think,
peace.
yeah.
What are you going to
I think
say?
that Sunny, Moses is in jail.
I heard about that. I was like, what the hell happened? I
Yes.
have to go
We
look it
know
up.
that he has been in jail since Melody had her, um, and she also looks like she has gained a lot of,
Oh, Sunny seems
um,
stressed. She seemed real stressed.
exactly. So, and I think that's maybe probably stress related, right? You just
That,
married this guy. You thought he was a prize. You've been listening to Destiny all this time. Thought he was a prize, only for him to now go back to jail. Um, and then you're stressed out. So I think she came looking for a fight. That's what she came for. And also it could be that she doesn't want anyone to really ask her this being in jail too.
yeah.
But honey, you have the man now. And for me, Destiny, all you have to do when Sunny, you need to be like what Mel does with Martell. Don't allow her to use you. Just the same thing you said to Tisha. Don't allow Sunny to use you for her story.
Yeah.
Let her be able to have a story on her own.
Yeah.
Okay, she already came, stepped on your neck to get on the show. Don't let her continue to use you for a storyline, regardless whatever the producer's strategy.
Yeah.
What you need to do is just when she's saying what she's saying, honey, you have the man. You got him. Be happy. I mean,
Literally,
what's your
that's it.
problem? You should be feeling very happy. So stay in your happiness and in love, boo. I wish you all well.
Yeah.
And I hope he's doing okay in jail. Like, so I just feel like, Destiny. But yeah, Sunny was definitely looking for a fight. With Latricia and Melody.
Oof.
Melody is still upset because I think she feels like, and that's the problem with Melody. Melody is always going to be more upset with women instead of being upset with Martell. These women are not in your relationship. They ain't got no clue you. Okay,
Yeah.
Latricia probably did not know Martell, did not know that dating you, did not know Martell time. You know, the person you should be upset with is Martell, and with Fletcher guy who is telling Martell, "Hey, I got a woman for you," knowing goodness well you're married.
Yeah.
The little mentor.
Emphasis on mentor.
So yeah, so I can't remember if it was like was like, Latricia, do you have a problem with me? Or was it Latricia who asked Melody, do you have a problem with whatever?
It just
I
went
just
left.
felt it just went left, and it seemed to me like Melody was trying to push Latricia, and then when Latricia gave her that same kind of energy, it's like she got upset about it, but it was like, I don't do this, I don't do kind of voice, whatever, but that's the energy came, and Latricia is just the lady to give it right back to you. Yeah, Latricia to me seems, and she's one of those who I feel like you should be happy. You're now getting a divorce. Husband didn't want to let you go, right? You got a man, who I guess says he's a good man. Um, you should be happy.
Yeah.
But she seems still very upset, Latricia.
I don't think she's
And so
healed.
that tells me that, like what you're saying, Mary, that maybe Ken is not as good as his friend was saying that he was. Remember, the friend was telling him, "You're a good man."
He kept on
Like
saying that and saying that. Like,
I
my
have
thing
seen
is
you
like,
sacrifice for people and people using you and all this stuff, and you just keep on doing, and you just giving. You're such a good man.
my thing is,
Yeah.
because remember when we made
All right.
that video about Melody leaving? Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember it wasn't just that whole entire incident with Trish that made me feel like he's one of these nice guys that are really camouflaged as a-holes. Like, these
Mm.
a-holes that camouflage themselves as nice guys. But it was also the
Yeah.
friend. Like, when somebody is like a genuinely good man, you usually see genuinely good men next to them. And to me, it just
Mm.
seemed like the friend was trying, one, to talk him out of that relationship, but then second of all, it seemed as if he kept on trying to emphasize how great of a guy that Ken was. And then he
Mm.
was even just the things he was saying, like it seemed performative rather than
Okay.
genuine. Like in my case, like, I have been around good men, like especially
Mm-hmm.
like recently I've been seeing that, but like
Yeah.
you see that they are next to a lot of really good men. Like, you'll see them next to
Right.
men who are married, who talk you into working it out, who try to give you sound advice instead of trying to make it seem as if like, oh my god, you're this great guy and she's an a-hole and you're suffering and you need to get out of there or whatever. like
Mm-hmm.
like there are men who are like, okay, you're having a tough time, but how do we work through this, instead of like trying to, like, it seemed like he was adding more negativity than positivity. That's why I felt like it was
Yeah.
performative. And then even then
Oh,
on
I see.
top of that, it
I get that.
then on top of that, when Ken was talking to Trish, it was like he kept on trying to make it seem like, oh my god, I paid for this, I did this, you gonna be poor or you gonna be broke and all this stuff. Like, it just seemed like he was doing a lot of
Yeah.
low blows, and then he was cussing at her. Like, and then you're also yelling. You're like 600 pounds,
Yeah.
like a muscle. Like, please calm down. Like, that's like frightening. Like, I don't want no big dude yelling at me and cussing at me and saying
Yeah.
F this and
That
F
was.
you and your kid's going to be poor. What happened if I'm gone and you can't afford your kids? Like, and then the way she kept on saying no, it seemed as if like maybe he was lying, because she really didn't hesitate at all when she was telling him, no, you don't pay for everything. So I don't know really what the truth is with that, but to me it just seemed like it was really performative with Ken. Not to
Yeah.
say that Trish is this angel or this saint at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
Right.
I don't think he's as good as a guy as he is making it out to be. And I also don't think that
Mm-hmm.
they are a good match for each other, because she still needs to
Yeah.
heal. And I'm not too sure about him. But I feel
Yeah.
like with Trisha, she is very reactive, and then she
Mm-hmm.
also does do a bit of gaslighting, I do see, with her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like she doesn't take a minute to just like listen. She's just very much like has a response,
Yeah. It
so
really
I
does.
and that doesn't really work in a relationship. Like, both parties have to be able to be calm always and talk to each other civilly, and I feel like they
Yeah.
both lack that. So I see that as an issue in their marriage, for well, their relationship for sure. And then the fact that she doesn't want to marry him, I feel like when the right man comes along, he kind of puts away all of your worries, all of your concerns, and he even makes you want to be a better person. So I feel like he's not doing that. So she doesn't feel safe to be like, oh, I would like to marry this person. She seems very unsure when it comes to Ken. And
Yeah.
that's not to say she's perfect or anything, but I do think that Ken, there's a level of safety and security that she needs as a woman to fully go in that he's not providing. That's what I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Very well said. Very well said, Mary. I mean, you really covered all the points. Uh, Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely, she's very hesitant about getting with Ken, like committing to him. And I wondered about, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's because she doesn't feel safe
Yeah.
with him. And maybe when they first, got on the show, she didn't want to really say, but we certainly see that he's not able to control himself. Like, yes, I do think that what I was saying earlier when I said like she's like this gaslighter. When he was talking to her specifically about Martell and was just like, why did you feel the need to lie to me? We were not even together. So there shouldn't be any reason for you to lie about it.
Right.
And she was just kind of like, then why are you so obsessed about it then? like,
I'm like, let's.
you're not even answering my question. You're not even taking any accountability. So she was really gaslighting. I know that, but just as a man, as that you're supposed to be doing, you can't be so quick to anger. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yes, she will not give him opportunity. She really wouldn't. Anything he said, like you said, she was very reactive. She had an answer for anything. He can't even begin to say the word but, and she was ready to go. It was like, my goodness, let this man speak. I kept on yelling at the TV, let this man speak.
Yeah,
But even in
same.
that case, it still did not warrant such a violent reaction.
Yeah, and then the
I mean,
low
people are
blows
not
too.
perfect, but I mean, I am done. You can say I am done and walk away and be silent. But to take that opportunity to now talk about, I pay for all of this, you're gonna be broke. It's almost as if like he was ready. Like it's like when you've been waiting just to say this, oh, I'm gonna wait for the opportunity. And to do that in public, knowing that I don't know how he comes back from that,
Yeah.
especially with her children. How
Right.
do you come back from that? Only if, though, you have been doing that in front of the kids already.
Right.
And that's what worries me.
Because they
That
were
he has been
yelling so
doing stuff like
loud in
that.
the house.
Yeah.
And I was
The
like, are the
way
kids
that they
home?
went at each other. Exactly. That this is something, you guys are so public this with cameras in front of the world. What are you doing when these cameras are not here? And what have you been doing?
I
So
think,
yeah, they're definitely not a good match at all. The other thing that concerned me was, I think a couple of episodes ago, Ken was sitting with the guys and he was saying how, because Marceau was asking, well, what if you find out another lie or whatever? And he was just like, then I'm gone. And I was just like, why are you even having these conversations with someone like Marceau, these other Maurice and all these other people sitting around? Like, you need to cover Trisha. And I didn't see that.
I didn't see that
You
either.
guys are in a relationship together, right? I mean, you're not hear Marceau saying something like that about Tisha,
No. Hell no.
and you're doing that, especially when they're all privy to the information that she had lied about knowing Martell, about dating Martell, right? So
Yeah.
they're all privy to that. So why will you do this to her? Like make that comment.
Right.
So I just feel as though Ken, he probably knows, has the feeling that Trisha is not going to commit to him. And so this was kind of his way of, I'm going to break up with you before you break up with me.
Right.
Right? And so that's what I think. But
Yeah. I mean, the
what
whole
do
thing
you
is.
all think about this?
Yeah, y'all, let us know about that. But also, I just want to quickly say this about Destiny and Sunny. Destiny, she does have to go work on her self control and her discipline, because I know she like said that she would dog walk her, and like she got close to Letitia, like got really close to Tisha and was like, I will dog walk her. Like she was like dead serious. And I'm just like,
What
Destiny,
does
don't.
that even mean?
That means
Actually,
like
what
you're
does that
gonna
mean?
like you're gonna stomp on somebody, like you're gonna actually like punch them or like knock them out, like you're gonna fight somebody. Like dog walking is like you're walking over somebody, like stomping them out. That's what I believe it is. Like, so my thing
This
is
is the
like,
dog walking the dog with a leash. Interesting. So that's what it means, stomping out. I don't know. I don't know the slang, but
I don't know
interesting.
either. I'm sure
Okay.
y'all will let us know down below what it mean, for sure, for sure. I've only been in one fight my whole life, and that was for my brother's sake, and it was with some
And you
fluffy
knocked out the
dude.
person.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to harm my little brother, but that was the only fight I've ever been in. I don't get how people. I never got how the housewives and these grown women are fighting in heels, throwing glasses. Like, if I've done my makeup for 2 hours, I have done my hair, I've spent money on that, I've spent money on my heels, my outfit, like for this vacation.
Yeah,
The last thing I am doing is throwing a glass
fighting.
or a bottle or fighting with somebody or like even standing up in my heels to fight you. For what?
Or
I
even
spent all this
hanging
money.
out with people who are fighting.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
and I feel that's why Melody's leaving. Like, I don't have time to hang out with Alan, who always gotta be on 100, and I don't like the coming when I'm around.
right. It's just
Yeah.
crazy to
But
me.
yeah, Destiny, I think that it was very, yeah, the way she kind of got in Keisha's face like that, I was just, well,
I would have felt a
you
little
know,
nervous.
yeah,
Not that she
because
was going to hurt me, but,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah, don't,
like, let's
even
not
with my
make.
girlfriends, don't get in my face like that because you're angry at somebody else. Because when
Yeah.
you're getting in my face, it's almost as bringing that anger, and then now we're gonna have a problem
And then,
because I probably be like, I'm getting in my face.
yeah.
Like, okay, let me just step back, or probably turn
Yeah.
back. Like,
Because my thing is
girl,
also like, why are we making threats to people on TV? Evidence?
no,
Like, was it Bruce Rivers
I
said, stop
know.
all the self snitching? Like, for
Yeah,
real? Like,
yeah,
it's too much. But I think we
yeah.
had to talk about we talk about the wedding. I think that was the last thing that had happened. Because,
Hold on, Mary, for a second. Dada, can we please close our kitchen door? Can you close the kitchen door because of the smell? Kitchen door, please. Can you close? Oh, that's
yeah, but I
it.
think,
Dada does this thing where she's making like the fish for the cats and some kind of gourmet for them. So it just does not smell very nice. And it seeps all around the.
okay. But yeah, are you ready to get back to it, honey?
I am.
Sorry for the little commercial, you guys. Mom is in
I know
Tanzania
all
dealing
my
with some
business
stuff.
out here with the
It's
fish.
okay. Oh my
Uh,
god. But at least
when
she's
you
taking
get
care of the
dried
cats.
fish, like smoked fish, and then you decide to go gourmet meal with it, because some cats like dried fish. Okay, these are cats that we're feeding out on property.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
why we gotta put dried fish, put some water, put some salt and some other stuff, make it palatable? Some cats out there on the property that I don't even want you here. Why we're doing that and then making the, but here is where it is, and
Yeah.
the lady who helps me, she's such a sweetheart. She has gotten these love for these cats. Mary loves these cats, but Mary ain't here no more. See, Mary is in America enjoying the good life. And she done left me here with these cats.
First of
And now
all,
this lady who didn't even like cats to begin with, now she loves the cats and she doing all this extra for the cats. So anyway, sorry about that.
yes, the cat adventures of Tanzania. But yeah, I think the last thing we had to talk about was the wedding. I think well,
Oh, Nell's wedding,
I
yeah.
really want to talk about Martell. I mean, great, they had 30 years, but I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just like anyway,
What you
they
mean, Nell and Fletcher?
I mean, they're not really my favorite. I kind of liked her when she was like the
Yeah.
quiet old lady who was Nell's mentor, and we didn't really hear from her. It's like
Oh,
when I got
Mel's
to know
mentor.
her, it's like I didn't like her anymore. Like she just kind of seemed like an evil
And then did
stepmother
you
at one
see
point.
the little, I don't know, fakery
And she's
with
so
Tisha?
shady. Like she's always throwing shade. Like literally in the middle of that fight with Destiny, Tisha, and
Yeah.
Sunny, she comes out randomly as she's eating her food. Well, I mean, Destiny, aren't you on BD energy now? Aren't you on BD energy? That don't haven't you moved on? Haven't you gotten yourself a bigger thing now? Like why haven't you moved on? I'm like, shut up. Who asked you? And why are you saying that in the middle of
Yeah.
this fight? And why are you? I don't like her.
Why don't you ask Sunny though? And this is what Destiny's talking about. Like, I need to figure out who my friends are. Because first of all, she's the one who's giving you your bachelor's party. Why didn't you ask Sunny, who came for Destiny from the time she sat in her chair? Why didn't you ask Sunny and say, Sunny, you got the man though. So what's the problem now? Right? Why didn't you ask Sunny that? Right? You got the man. Okay, he's in jail. Sorry about that. But you should be happy. Why are you coming for Destiny at my bachelorette party? Why did she ask her that? And
Yeah.
this is what Destiny is talking about when she says that, you keep on inviting Sunny, I'm gonna have to reevaluate our friendship.
Yeah.
Because she's really showing that she's not a friend. But I felt like Tisha was being very shady. And when Tisha is like, oh, 30 years, wow, you gotta tell me how you do your 30 years because, oh, you're my mentor.
That was
Oh
definitely
my God,
shady.
you're a mentor. I was just like, Tisha, please go down somewhere. This man don't cheat on this woman. I don't know how many times. Let her not be your mentor for some marriage. Please just take yourself somewhere. But you know something? I mean, what they said about.
And then she even said
But
that
still,
Fletcher could mentor her husband, the one who cheated on his wife. Like
the one who is.
when I think of
Go
Nell
ahead,
and
girl.
Fletcher, like to me, it's one of those marriages where it's like there's struggle in it. Like, I mean, yes, not all marriages are perfect, but you hope that when you get married, your partner doesn't cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
so it's like for me, it's kind of like the woman had to like forgive and all this stuff and kind of bury it and try to keep the family together, even though he cheated
Uh-huh.
and stepped out. Like, that's to me, that's what it gives. So to me, it's like one of those struggle marriages. So that's why that's not something that I aspire to because it's like, I want a happy, healthy marriage where it's not like I had to do so much forgiving and then it's like,
Yeah.
to keep the family together. So that's my thing with them.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, I don't
I
know.
wondered, like, with Tisha, did she already know that? Remember when Mel was telling Nell that, yeah, you're my sister. I only say that you're my mentor, right? I wonder if Tisha already knew that. That's why all of a sudden now, I've never heard Tisha call Nell her.
I never heard that
So
either.
I
That
feel
was
like that was
odd.
just shade towards Mel.
And
Like,
Mel was right there. I'm like,
oh,
why
my
would you say
mentor
that?
right now.
I
I
was
was
just
just
like,
like, Tisha, I mean, Tisha is looking very good today.
very
She's looking
snatched.
like she's gonna glow up. But with her glow up, she's beginning to get on my nerves. Shade. I did not appreciate that. That was not necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, just wish the couple well. Tell them congratulations on their 30 years. You don't have to do all the extra stuff. It's not necessary. And sometimes, I don't know if the producers put her up to it to be like, so is Nell your mentor? Maybe the producers are the one who even said that. Like, is Nell your mentor? Kind of trying to get her to say the word mentor. You know what I'm
Probably.
saying? On that scene because they know it's gonna piss Melody off, and maybe they knew the Melody was gonna be leaving, and so they've just decided, something, we just piss her off because now we can. She's leaving anyway.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that. But yeah,
Yeah. So.
but also quickly, the last thing we had to talk about was that Destiny is dating Nell's son, the short one with the dreads. Apparently,
Yes.
Destiny was making googly eyes at his taller brother, and it was then he somehow
Oh,
got
that's
that
his
information.
brother?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm not sure. But so apparently,
No, I don't think
um,
that's not his brother. That's not his brother because he's the eldest child. That was
oh,
Nell's son from a relationship before she met Fletcher.
okay, okay. But
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. So that's
so
not his elder brother.
yeah, so that happened, and somehow he got to it. And then when Destiny was around her girls, he brought it up or whatever. He was like, "Well, it seems like you have googly eyes for a lot of people." And then he dipped out. Destiny then takes him outside later on and talks to him about it. She felt like after the conversation, it was red flaggish because it was like one, he did that in public instead of pulling me to the side. Two, it's like he's still like hell bent on this whole thing, and she was like, "Well, we're dating or something." I don't know if she's on that they're not exclusive or not, but I don't know. How did you feel about the whole entire situation? I felt like him doing that was a little. I thought that was a little.
I mean,
I didn't want to
I
say
kind of felt
excessive.
like he was kind of doing it like kind of like in a funky way, and he kind of was doing it because she was doing all of that with the girls. The point with the ladies. The point that Kim said something, and Nell was sitting right there, and Nell told his son. So I think that's why he addressed it over there, like, oh, I see you making googly eyes to people. This is all I'll say about Destiny. She was saying, oh, the difference between him, I guess, because he's younger than the
Mhm.
other guys that she's been with. The difference between him and the other guys is, did she say that they were more emotionally mature? I just wanted to say, Destiny, you had one man that, I don't know, he kicked you out when you just had your baby and was not there for you, okay? And then you had this Moses
Who
who
was
was
in
supposed to
jail?
be your best friend.
Sleep with your producer and
And
marry her.
then exactly, like, did this stuff with Sunny. So miss me with the whole emotionally mature. At this point, I don't know if emotionally mature will bite you on the nose and you will recognize what it is, Destiny. But this
She
is what I would
doesn't
tell you.
choose good men because she's not healed, and she
Be
hasn't.
patient with
Yeah,
the youngin because that's what she's trying to say. He's so young and immature. Be patient with the youngin because you just never. Maybe he might be decent to you, you know? So just be patient and not try to like be putting him down because that's what I would say.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, y'all, let us know what you guys think about this episode, Love and Marriage Huntsville, you all, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.